Welcome back to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the ultimate channel for all coin lovers, collectors, and anyone who dreams of finding hidden treasures in their pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins, the 1980 D Lincoln penny. Yes, that's right, this simple 1-cent coin, often overlooked, can be worth hundreds of dollars today. Sometimes even up to $787.99 or more, depending on its condition and rarity. Stay tuned till the very end, because we'll explore every single detail, from the history, mint mark, rare errors, grading tips, and real market prices. The origin of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin carried the initials VDB at the bottom of the reverse design. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design and composition changes, but the 1980 D holds a special place in collector history. The 1980 D Lincoln cent BACKGRUND. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The D mint mark identifies coins struck at the Denver Mint, and that's where our story begins. The 1980 D penny might look ordinary at first glance, but small variations, errors, and its minting details can make some examples extremely valuable. Composition and design. Details. The 1980 D Lincoln cent is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. The obverse, front, features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 to 2008. The initials, FG, on the reverse represent Frank Gasparo, the coin's designer. But remember, subtle variations in these details can mean big money to collectors. Mintage and RRITY. The Denver Mint produced 5,140,098,660 pennies in 1980, over 5 billion coins. That's a huge number, which means most are common, but the rare ones, those with die errors, minting mistakes, or high grades, MS66 and above, can be worth hundreds of dollars. Collectors pay big premiums for perfect, untouched coins straight from the mint rolls. Common errors on 1980 D PNNIES. This is where things get interesting. Some of the most valuable 1980 D pennies are error coins, including double die obverse doubling on Liberty or In God We Trust, double die reverse doubling on the Lincoln Memorial or 1 cent. Center strikes, part of the design missing due to a misaligned strike, clipped planchets where part of the coin's edge is missing, repunched mint mark. The D mint mark punched twice. Each of these errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Grading. Your 1980 D PNNY. The value of your penny depends heavily on its grade, or condition. Coin grading ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. A 1980 D penny in circulated condition might be worth only a few cents, but in mint state 66 or 67, it can jump to hundreds of dollars. Always handle your coins carefully. Avoid touching the faces, use cotton gloves, and store them in coin flips or holders. Market value and price. Let's talk money. According to current coin market trends and auction results, here's what your 1980 D penny might be worth: circulated, 1 cent to $0.05; uncirculated, MS 60 to MS 63, $2 to $1.10; MS 65; red, brilliant condition, $35 to $1.50; MS 67; red, $200 to $400; MS 67 plus; red or error coin can reach $787.99 or even higher at auction. Collectors love coins with full luster, no spots, and strong strikes, and they're willing to pay big money for them. How to identify a valuable 1980 D? Examine your penny carefully under good lighting or with a 10x magnifying glass. Check the mint mark, date, and lettering for doubling or repunching. Inspect the fields and Lincoln's cheek for scratches or marks. A smooth, shiny surface means higher grade. The more red and shiny the coin, the higher its value in the collector's market. Historical importance. The 1980s were a turning point in U.S. coinage. It was the final years of mostly copper pennies, before the switch to zinc-based cents in 1982. That means your 1980 D penny is part of the last generation of true copper coins, making it more desirable to collectors who value original materials and history. Green Circle Part 11. Auction records and real sales. Some 1980 D Lincoln cents have sold for astonishing prices in online auctions. For example, a 1980 D MS67 red penny sold $4.780 at Heritage Auctions. Another example with a minor doubling error reached nearly $787.99. This proves that even modern coins can be valuable if preserved in top condition. How to sell your rare PNNY. If you believe you have a valuable 1980 D penny, don't rush to spend it. Here's what you can do: get it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC, research recent sales on eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections, join coin collector communities on Facebook, Reddit, or specialized forums, showcase it on your own YouTube channel. Maybe even here on Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. Tips for coin hunters: keep checking your change. Rare coins still appear in circulation. Buy coin rolls from the bank and search through them. You might find a treasure. Always keep an eye on details like mint marks, years, and errors. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth real money. Coin collecting is a hobby and investment. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's history you can hold in your hands. With patience and knowledge, even a small investment in coins can grow in value. The 1980 D penny teaches us that even ordinary-looking things can become rare over time. Collectors all over the world value these coins for their craftsmanship, beauty, and story. Conclusion and call to act. And so friends, if you've got a 1980 D Lincoln penny, don't ignore it. Check its condition, look for errors, and maybe, just maybe, you're holding a coin worth up to $787.99 or more. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please like, share, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more amazing coin stories, values, and discoveries. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest uploads about rare coins, old pennies, and valuable finds hiding in your pocket change. Thank you for watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, where every coin has a story, and every collector finds treasure. Stay curious, keep collecting, and as always, happy hunting, my coin friends. Today we're diving deep into the world of the 1980 Lincoln penny. You might think this little copper coin is just 1 cent, but what if I told you that some 1980 pennies can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity? Yes, you heard that right. Some are worth more than $787.98. So stay tuned till the end as we uncover the secret history, the minting details, grading guide, error varieties, and the current market value of this amazing coin. The history behind the Lincoln penny. Let's travel back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, the beloved 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin carries his initials, VDB, on certain varieties that collectors still chase today. By 1980, the Lincoln penny had already seen 7 decades of circulation, but something about that year makes it special. Why 1980 is an important year? 1980 marked a transitional era in the penny's production. The U.S. Mint was preparing for a major composition change that would come just 2 years later in 1982. When pennies switched from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. So, the 1980 Lincoln penny was among the last solid copper cents ever made. Each coin contains about 3.11 grams of copper, which alone gives it a small intrinsic metal value above face value, and collectors love that. Mint locations and production. Numbers. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents at 3 main locations: Philadelphia, over 7.4 billion coins; Denver, around 5 billion coins; San Francisco. Proof coins only, made for collectors. That's a total of more than 12 billion pennies. But remember, not all are created equal. Some have errors, some have perfect strikes, and some shine brighter than others in collector markets. The design details. On the obverse side, you have Abraham Lincoln's portrait with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty, and the year 1980." On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat ears design. If you look closely with a magnifier, you can even see a tiny Lincoln statue inside the memorial, an amazing detail many people miss. Metal composition and physical features as mentioned, the 1980 penny is 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and a plain edge. Collectors always check the weight carefully, because a wrong weight can mean a mint error, and that can multiply the coin's value dramatically. Error varieties that make fortunes. Now here's where things get exciting. Error coins are the hidden gems in every collector's hunt. Some valuable 1980 penny errors include double die obverse doubling on the date or lettering like Liberty or In God We Trust, center strike, part of the design missing or misaligned, brockage errors, a mirror image impression on one side, clipped planchet, a piece of the coin's edge missing. These errors can sell from $50 to over $1,000, depending on visibility and condition. Grading and condition. Grading is everything in coin collecting. A 1980 Lincoln penny in circulated condition might only fetch a few cents, but a coin in uncirculated, MS 65 or higher, or proof condition can command premium prices. Always look for sharp details, original luster, and minimal scratches. Use proper lighting, a magnifier, and gloves to handle your coins safely. The most valuable 1980 pennies ever sold. According to auction records, some of the top 1980 Lincoln pennies have sold for unbelievable amounts. For example, a 1980 D in MS 67 plus red sold for over $1,200. A 1980 no mint mark, Philadelphia, in pristine red luster went for around $950. Proof 1980s coins graded PR70 can reach $1,000 or more. Even small die variations or color tones can increase collector demand. Current market value, 2025 update. Now, let's talk numbers. What's the current 2025 market value of a 1980 Lincoln penny? Circulated 3 cents to $0.10. Uncirculated, MS 60, MS 65, $1 to $12. High grade red, MS 67, MS 68, $100 to $1. 200 error or variety coins $200 to over $787.98, and higher. Collectors love these coins because they represent the final age of the all-copper Lincoln cents, a piece of U.S. history in your palm. Why collectors love copper? Pennies. Copper gives coins beauty, weight, and a classic warm tone. The older pennies, especially from before 1982, have become more desirable each year as copper prices rise and fewer uncirculated examples remain. The 1980 penny sits at the crossroads of nostalgia and value. It's modern enough to find, but old enough to be collectible. How to identify a rare 1980 penny? Here's your quick checklist to spot a rare one. Check for mint mark, D, S, or none. Look for doubling on the date and lettering. Weigh it, should be 3.11 g. Inspect the edges for clips or off-centers. Grade the shine and detail. Bright red color means higher value. Compare with online auction photos for rare errors. Investing in pennies. Believe it or not, penny collecting is a real investment strategy. Copper pennies can be a hedge against metal inflation, and rare ones increase in value with collector demand. Many numismatists hold coins like the 1980 Lincoln penny in long-term collections, sealed in holders and graded by PCGS or NGC. If you have a roll of old 1980 cents, don't spend them. Inspect them. Story time. The find that changed ALF. Let me share a quick true story. A collector once bought a mixed bag of pennies from a garage sale $4.05. Inside, they discovered a 1980 D Lincoln penny with a strong double die. It later sold for over $900 at auction. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know when you'll find your treasure. Conclusion and call to action. And there you have it, the full history, rarity, and current market secrets of the 1980 Lincoln penny. Next time you check your spare change, look closely. That ordinary-looking cent might just be your hidden fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more deep dives into valuable U.S. coins, rare errors, and collector tips. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunt with us. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth more than gold. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting, friends. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable modern coins, the 1992 D Lincoln penny, also known as the close AM or due cent variety. This single penny, often hiding right in your pocket change, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, with some selling for $787.97 or even more depending on condition and rarity. Stay tuned as we uncover the history, design secrets, minting mystery, collector demand, and real-world prices of this amazing coin. Origins of the Lincoln PNNY. The story begins in 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, Lincoln himself. Over the decades, the penny evolved in design, material, and style, from wheat ears, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, 1959 to 2008, and finally to the Union Shield Reverse, 2010, present. But among all these years, one date, 1992, hides a rare and unexpected minting error that makes collectors go wild. What makes the 1992 DSPCAL? In 1992, the U.S. Mint was preparing to change the reverse design of the penny for the following year. The AM spacing in the word America was being redesigned. However, a few Denver Mint D and Philadelphia Mint No mint mark coins accidentally received the new reverse design a year early. This created two legendary varieties, the 1992 Close AM and 1992 D Close AM, both extremely rare and valuable. The Close AM SECRET. Normally, pennies from 1992 have a wide AM design, meaning there's a small visible space between the letters A and M in America. But the rare Close AM variety has those letters almost touching, because it used the 1993 proof die by mistake. Collectors call it the Close AM error, but it's really a die variety, not a traditional error. Still, its rarity and backstory make it one of the most exciting discoveries in modern U.S. coins. How the 1992 D Close AM was discovered. For years, no one knew this coin existed. It was just another penny in circulation. Then, around 2006, a sharp-eyed collector spotted the subtle design difference. Soon after, the news spread in coin magazines, forums, and auction houses, and the 1992 D Close AM penny became one of the most hunted coins in U.S. history. Only a handful have been verified by grading companies like PCGS and NGC, adding to its legendary status. Design details. You need TOKNOW if you want to identify one yourself. Here's what to look for in the reverse side. The A and M in America are nearly touching. The FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial are closer to the building than on normal pennies. The mint mark D should look normal. The error is in the reverse design, not the front. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop for the best view. You might already have a fortune hiding in your jar of change. Composition and WEAGHT. Like most pennies minted after 1982, the 1992 D is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs about 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 mm. But remember, it's not the metal value that makes it valuable. It's the rarity, collector demand, and condition that drive prices sky high. How many EXIST estimates vary, but experts believe fewer than 20 to 30 genuine 1992 D Close AM pennies exist. Some even say less than 15 have been graded by major companies. That's rarer than most gold coins, and that's why collectors are willing to pay thousands for one in top condition. Grading and CONDATION coin grading is crucial when it comes to value. A 1992 D Close AM in circulated condition might bring around $500, $800. But in mint state, MS65 or higher, the same coin can reach $1,500 to $2,000 or more. Top-tier examples with flawless surfaces have fetched record prices in auctions, sometimes well over $7,000. Market value and auction records. Let's talk real numbers. The current market value for a confirmed 1992 D Close AM Lincoln penny can range from $787.97 to over $3,000, depending on the grade. In 2018, one sold for $2,800 at auction. In 2022, another went $4 for $100. And who knows, your coin could be next. Collectors around the world, especially in the United States, Canada, and Asia, are now hunting for these rare pennies non-stop. Why collectors love this coin? Collectors love the 1992 D penny because it's a modern rarity. It's not centuries old, it's from our own lifetime, yet it's almost impossible to find. It represents the thrill of discovery, the beauty of minting history, and the dream of finding treasure in your pocket change. How to find one YURCLF? Start by checking every 1992 penny you come across, flip it over, look closely at America, and compare with known examples online. You can also check coin rolls from banks, estate sales, or old collections. Some people even find rare varieties in coin counting machines or penny jars at home. Patience pays. One lucky find could change everything. Verifying your FND. If you believe you found a close AM penny, do not clean it. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll authenticate it and assign a grade, making it ready for auction or sale. A certified coin always sells for far more than an uncertified one. The future value of the 1992 D close AM. Experts predict that as time goes on and fewer of these coins appear, the value will continue to rise, just like the 1972 double die or the 1955 penny. The 1992 D close AM has already earned its place among legendary US coins. Future generations of collectors will likely pay even more. So holding on to one could be a smart investment. Conclusion and call TOACTON. And that's the full story of the 1992 D Lincoln penny, the do cent worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. From its historic design and minting mistake to its modern-day market value, this tiny coin carries a giant story. So the next time you see a penny, don't just toss it aside. Look closer. You might be holding a hidden treasure worth $787.97 or even more. If you love learning about rare, valuable, and mysterious coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more amazing discoveries every week. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and tell us what you're hunting for next. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of 1 cent. Today we're diving deep into the world of the 2002 D Lincoln penny, a small cent with a big story, a rich history, and an unbelievable current market value that's shocking coin collectors across the globe. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and join our rare coin family as we explore the story behind one of America's most mysterious pennies. The birth of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, replacing the Indian head cent designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse shows Lincoln's profile, a timeless image that still appears today. The coin symbolizes honesty, hard work, and American history. And over time, special mint marks and variations made certain years incredibly rare and valuable. The 2002 D Lincoln penny introduction. In 2002, the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies marked with the small D mint mark below the year. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary penny. But not all 2002 D pennies were created equal. Some had minting errors, double dies, and off-center strikes, and these special variations are now selling for hundreds of dollars. Collectors began to notice small differences that could turn a 1 cent coin into a small fortune. The minting process and hidden errors. The Denver Mint used high-speed presses to produce billions of coins. During minting, even a tiny shift in the die could cause an error coin, a treasure for collectors. Some 2002 D Lincoln cents have doubled lettering, especially on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Others show die cracks or missing details, which make them extremely valuable today. Each unique imperfection tells a story about how that penny survived through the minting chaos. How to identify the 2002 D rare variety. To identify a rare 2002 D Lincoln penny, check the mint mark D under the year, the details on Lincoln's coat and beard for doubling, the rim for extra thickness or die breaks, the reverse side for off-center strikes or faded letters in United States of America. Even a small error can turn a penny into a collector's dream worth hundreds of dollars. Why the 2002 D penny became so valuable. The value of a coin depends on rarity, condition, and demand. Most 2002 D pennies are worth just 1 cent, but rare error versions can reach $787.96 or more. Collectors pay huge sums for well-preserved, mint state coins graded MS 65 to MS 70. That's why searching through your change jar could literally uncover a hidden gem. The role of coin grading. Professional grading makes a massive difference. A penny graded by PCGS or NGC as MS67 red can fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Coins with strong red luster and no marks are the most prized. Even small flaws, like scratches or dull color, can lower value dramatically. So before selling, always get your coin authenticated and graded. Auction records and market prices. Recent online auctions show shocking prices for 2002 D-era pennies. Collectors have paid from $50 to $787.96, depending on rarity and condition. In 2024, a certified double die 2002 D penny sold for nearly $800 on eBay and heritage auctions. This proves that modern pennies can still bring in serious money if you know what to look for. The historical background of the D Mint. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, is famous for high-quality coinage. It has produced billions of Lincoln cents over the decades. The 2002 D penny carries that proud tradition, but a few mistakes made it special. Every collector dreams of finding one of these hidden Denver treasures. Common myths about rare pennies. Some believe every old penny is rare, but that's not true. What matters are minting errors, limited production, and grading quality. The 2002 D penny isn't rare because of its age, but because of its unique mint mistakes and collector demand. It's a perfect example of how modern coins can gain historical and monetary value. The story behind Victor David Brenner. Victor D. Brenner, the artist who designed the Lincoln cent, was an immigrant from Lithuania. He believed Lincoln represented honesty and progress, qualities every American admired. His simple yet powerful design has lasted over a century, appearing on billions of coins. Even today, the 2002 D Lincoln penny carries his initials, VDB, at the bottom of the coin. Coin collecting tips for beginners. If you're new to collecting, start by sorting your change daily. Use a magnifying glass and a coin album to keep your finds safe. Learn about mint marks, coin grading, and error detection. Follow channels like Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for expert guides, rare discoveries, and weekly updates. Every collector started with just one coin. Maybe your 2002 D penny is that first lucky find. How to store and protect rare pennies. Use coin flips, 2x2 holders, or airtight capsules. Avoid touching coins with bare fingers. Natural oils can damage them. Store them in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight or humidity. A well-preserved penny will always hold higher value over time. The future market of the 2002 D Lincoln penny. As more collectors search for these coins, the demand and value will continue to rise. The 2002 D-era penny is already a favorite among Lincoln enthusiasts. Experts believe prices could exceed $1,000 in coming years for perfect condition specimens. Holding onto your coin might just be a wise investment. Real-life collector stories. Collectors from the US and around the world have shared their stories. One found a rare 2002 D double die penny in a handful of change, later sold it for $650 USD. Another discovered one with a rim cut error, sold for $720 USD. These real stories inspire thousands of people to start checking every penny they get. Final thoughts and channel outro. The 2002 D Lincoln penny may look ordinary, but it's part of a rich American legacy. It reminds us that every coin has a story, and sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value. So next time you see a penny, look closely. It might just be worth hundreds of dollars. This is your host from Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, bringing you another incredible story from the world of numismatics. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin videos, where every coin could change your life. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep collecting.